And remember,
Yes, sir.
this protein structure is not classification of protein. So many people consider it as classification of protein. It is not classification, it is organization of protein. How protein are folded into a complicated structure. So you can see all protein are active in which structure, tertiary or quaternary structure. No protein are active in secondary or primary structure. All protein ultimately gain tertiary or quaternary structure. So protein can have either tertiary or quaternary structure. What is the difference between tertiary and quaternary? I've already told you. This is monomer and this is multimer. That is the main difference. Multimer. So you can see secondary structure folded to form tertiary structure. More than one tertiary structure come together to form quaternary structure. This is very simple. And what hold that tertiary and quaternary structure together? The most important among all these forces is hydrophobic interaction. This is the very important force. What is hydrophobic interaction? It is the interaction between hydrophobic amino acid. It is interaction between hydrophobic amino acid residue, because amino acid is present in the protein, that is why residue. So hydrophobic interaction between amino acid residue. What is hydrophobic interaction? So what is hydrophobic interaction is because the name, as name suggests, it is hydro and phobic, water hating interaction. Water hating interaction. So it will happen only in water environment, not in other environment. So you know our body has water as solvent, so it will happen in water only. So what happens is you hate water, so it is like you hate water, I also hate water, I also hate water. Let's come together, let's come together. So this is the type of understanding between different amino acid residue. For example, branch chain amino acid has hydrophobic, then phenylalanine has hydrophobic, other amino acid like methionine has hydrophobic. They will come together and actually they will occupy at the core of protein. If you see this is a protein, so it will occupy, this amino acid will occupy at the core here. It will away from it, this amino acid side chain will be away from water, but the surface will have hydrophilic amino acid. So surface will be hydrophilic amino acid, side chain will be hydrophilic. That is what you can see, that this is why water guides the folding of protein. So this is hydrophobic interaction. This is a very important interaction among all. This is most important interaction. Other interaction are also not also important. You cannot ignore them. These are hydrophobic, all whatever bond you think of. Hydrophobic, no, whatever covalent bond. So see, organization is based on covalent bond only, non-covalent, so non-covalent bond only. You can see hydrogen bond is also non-covalent bond, electrostatic bond is also non-covalent bond. Van der Waals forces means attraction between neutral elements, and this is only at like covalent bond. Disulfide bond is also only a covalent bond, and this disulfide bond happens between amino acid, a specific amino acid called cysteine. So there are these 5 types of bond with, for example, let's take the example of your antibody. So what, how is antibody held together? You can see disulfide bond hold this heavy chain, and then with this heavy chain and light chain, again disulfide bond comes. So this disulfide bond is very important in holding this tertiary and quaternary structure. So disulfide bond, Van der Waals forces, hydrophobic interaction, electrostatic bond, and so the questions are asked on hydrophobic interaction. What type of question I will tell you. So you can see in question they ask like hydrophobic interaction. So these proteins that are inside the protein integral to this membrane, these are integral protein. So this integral protein associate with lipid, because you know lipid is a hydrophobic. How does this protein associated with lipid? So this protein associated with the lipid through hydrophobic amino acid residue. Hydrophobic amino acid residue. So understand this. So hydrophobic interaction hold this integral protein into the membrane. So this is one of the questions. Questions can be asked anyway. Okay. So if you understand the concept, you will able to answer the question. Can you answer this? Myoglobin is a tertiary protein, while hemoglobin is a quaternary protein. What differentiates hemoglobin from myoglobin? Yes, myoglobin is a monomeric, hemoglobin is multimeric. That's right answer. That is the main difference. Now, myoglobin is a tertiary protein. It is a tertiary protein. You can see tertiary 130, 153 amino acids, and you can see this. There is a fold like this. So there is a, this is fold. There is a fold. This is the fold like this. So this folds like this. This folds like this. So this each fold here you can see this is one alpha helix. This is second alpha helix arm. This is A arm, B arm, this is C arm, this is D arm, this is E arm, this is F arm, this is G arm, this is H arm. So alpha helix, you can see they are arranged into A to H. They are arranged into A to H. So each of this has like 7 to 20 amino acids. Depends on the arm, 7 to 20 amino acids. And you know, heme is present here between this E arm and F arm. Heme is, and heme is inside the pocket, deep pocket of the myoglobin. So this is what is the myoglobin. And you know, this myoglobin is all alpha. All alpha, no beta is present, all alpha. So this is a very important question. All alpha is a question. So you can see myoglobin is made up of all alpha. Myoglobin residue folds into compact, and this alpha, 8 alpha helices. So this is all alpha. This is a question. So myoglobin is made up of all alpha, and this interior has this hydrophobic amino acid, and exterior has hydrophilic amino acid residue, except these two, because these two will helpful in holding heme group. Heme group, you can see heme group will be held there. Now what is hemoglobin? Now hemoglobin basically tetramer of 4 myoglobin like molecule, not exactly myoglobin. So you can see the two types of myoglobin like molecule. One is alpha chain and other is beta. So 2 beta, you can see 2 alpha and 2 beta. When held together, they are hemoglobin. How does this polymer are held? These are held, this 2 are held through different interaction. How does this 4 tertiary structure are held? These are held by these interactions. You know these interactions. So these are held by this type of interaction. So not hydrogen one, 4 type of interaction. So these 5 type of interaction are very important in creating, in supporting this tertiary structure and quaternary structure. So did you understand this structural organization of protein nicely? So now I told you a change in one amino acid can change in amino acid sequence can change the whole structure. You can see here, let's take the example alpha 1 antitrypsin. What alpha 1 antitrypsin is secreted by liver cell. It is secreted by liver. It is synthesized by liver, and it is helpful for lungs. It is helpful for lungs. It is helpful for lungs. Secreted by liver, helpful for lungs. So what happens in alpha 1 antitrypsin? There is a mutation in one amino acid at a specific place. Because of this amino acid, what will happen? This polymer, this monomer, actually it is secreted as monomer in serum. But what will happen? Because of alteration, because of mutation in one like amino acid, what will happen? It will polymerize. So you know this polymer is tertiary, like quaternary structure. So it will form like quaternary structure, non-functional polymer, and this polymer cannot be secreted into the serum, and it will stay inside the liver. That is why it will damage liver here, and then it will also damage lungs, because the function, this does not serve the function at lungs, so lungs will be damaged. I will talk about this alpha 1 antitrypsin disorder. So remember, one change in one in sickle cell anemia, I also mentioned you, one change in just one amino acid at beta chain changes the whole structure. So that is why primary structure is very important in determining secondary, tertiary, quaternary structure. So tertiary can convert in a protein like quaternary structure. You can see polymerized. So this is the significance of primary structure. This alpha-1 antitrypsin also gives the same thing. And why I quoted alpha-1 antitrypsin, because this is a very important research.